y'all can see me. Oh, not yet. Let's go, computer. Oh, there I am. There's that silly mug. Ow! Ciao! We are on the air. And this is WIP Wednesdays. What's Macau? A Wowwy'z workshop with some unwanted audio there in the background. How we doing, folks? Ciao! My goodness, we got a party, a pre-live party going on today, folks. My goodness. When I came in here, we had Simon from Germany chatting up with old Grumpy from Florida, having a little pre-game show, and then Rhinestone Suzanne come sliding in there. They've been talking it up, having a party. Dad came. He's in there. Black Widow Woodworking, one of the mod squads, is here. Hello, Tim. Mark Anthony, Mark Tries to Carve is here. Hello. From New Zealand. Tribe worldwide, folks. Tribe strong. Perry is here. Hello, Perry. Thanks for coming, brother. Ciao! Cool shirt, Wowzy. Oh, hey. Well, remember, the Z is at the end. There is no Z in Wowie. It's Wowwy'z. Wowwy'z Workshop. Jordy started that Wowzy shit. Okay, we won't even get into that. But thank you, sir. This is my carving coat. It's a long lab coat. I got badges all the way, and the back is going to get filled too. I just need to find somebody who's good enough to stitch them on. It's hard to find people that can stitch on really, really good patches and do them well, right? But yeah, it's full of my Métis, my Canadian, lots of Star Wars, a couple of Irish Celtic angels on there. We got NASA, stands for Never a Straight Answer. NASA actually produced some pictures of 3i Atlas today, but it was a bunch of crap. My goodness, guys, get your shit together, NASA. How we all doing? Tribe strong, that's right. Thank you. And guess what? Regarding the coat, I have one for the electroforming lab when I'm upstairs. That's also going to be covered in my patches. I got like 60 patches saved up for the back of this and my other coat. And then my wife, Spooky Doobie, she helped me. We tie-dyed the upstairs one in pinks and blues and purples and stuff. So when I'm at the electroform lab, creating crazy laboratory stuff, it's going to be cool. It'll be cool. I have a special jacket for down here, and I got a special jacket for up here. But it's finally cold enough. I'm wearing the old overalls underneath there. But yeah, and I'm wearing long johns. But it's finally cold enough out here where I have to put on. I'm not just running around in the old wife beater, making people go, well, who is this dipshit? Right? No, it's just Wowie. Got tattoos, man. You gotta show them. How is everybody doing? My brother is here. Hello, Darren. How you doing, Darren? Stephen's S. Carvings is here. Hello, from the UK. All the best to the wife, Stephen. One of mine, Rocks, is here. Sewing is an art. Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. I gotta find a lady with a good, strong machine. I had one, but she did a lot of them good, and then it looked like maybe she passed it over to somebody that she was the boss of, and was like, here, put these on, it's pissing me off. And then the rest of them were like, bing, 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 just square, not even following the shape of the patch, and I don't like that. Jesus. How you doing, Darren? My brother, I got to go and hang out with him on Friday, and we got to watch that new Welcome to Derry show. Because I don't have all the streaming things that Mum and Will do. So when I go over and hang out with Darren, I get to watch things I don't normally get. And South Park, I don't have Paramount, so that was awesome, bro. I love hanging out with you, and you're doing really, really great, and you're gonna get feeling better because you're sticking to your regiment. You're sticking to the good stuff. You're looking after your blood numbers. You're doing amazing, bro, and I'm very, very proud of you. South Park, yeah, that's right. That's right. I heard on the newest one they had, oh man, they're really going off on old Trump, eh? Jeez. I want to get into South Park. So if you ever notice that, I don't go in those political grounds. I leave all that shit up to everybody rest on the internet. They can all fight. I always stays away from the political stuff. Yeah. So guys, We got news. We got new news for the challenge, for the Watcher Challenge. I hope you guys have been taking part and following along. Everybody who's new to the channel, we got a Watcher Challenge going. A Watcher is like a sentinel guardian that has a gift for man. They're from the stories of old, Book of Enoch kind of stuff. But Wowwy'z Watchers are the good ones. They weren't the fallen angels that came and messed with the daughters of man and gave them like high technology that in turn destroyed man. Like there's some crazy stories out there, but Wowwy'z Watchers are the good ones. They're the guardians. They're a wood spirit that's like a guardian that stands there and they hold a gift, whether it be a prayer, a gem that represents the love and light. And I like to make them into lamps. So you're actually holding a little piece of fire. And the Watchers are kind of like faceless, genderless, otherworldly beings, if you will. And that's why I kind of made them with no face, because I didn't want to have anything assigned to them. I wanted them to be like, they're not from here, right? And the old petroglyphs and stuff that Australian petroglyphs and the Native American ones down south, the Navajo ones, I've always loved and researched the petroglyphs, and they hold stories. Beings came here and mixed. Some people call them the Sky Brothers. Some people say they're the ant people from inside the earth. But we've had interactions, many, many, many. And if you just read those things and read what they have hands that have 6 fingers. They have hands that have 3, and then hands that have 5. It's showing that there was a mixture of beings. It shows the beings, these big frickin' things, alien heads, some of them have antlers. Those are Watchers, man. Those are the Sky cousins. So yeah, that's what's going on. And okay, yeah, I just get rambling. So I'm talking to Mike from Kutzall. I did announce that he's donating 2 Burr kits, but he just said the variety ones, and then I was thinking about it, and lots of people want that new fine detail Burr kit. So I was like, should I bug them? Geez. And I was like, frick it. The tribe is worth it. So I messaged him this morning, and Mike's like, no, totally, man. One can be the fine detail, one can be the variety pack. And then he gave me a heads up. There's going to be a big sale coming, you guys, for Kutzall. And if you use our affiliate link, it won't give you an added savings, because the 5% affiliate link. But if you use my link and then buy anyways, because you got to understand what's happening, there's going to be up to 30% off on Kutzall stuff. A big, huge coming, like, I don't know, I guess it's their Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that stuff. 30% off on stuff, you guys. I don't know if it's all the stuff. I don't know exactly. I got to read my ambassador's email, affiliate ambassador's email that they all sent us. But yeah, this morning is like, heads up, let people know about that sale and to use your link. Because, yeah, that's the time, man. Because these tools ain't cheap. These tools aren't cheap. So we got 2 for the prizes. We got a sale coming, guys. Get yourself some kit, mate. You fucking deserve it. You deserve it. Get yourself some good kit. Anyways, I'm getting... Jesus. Cool story, bro. Hey, bro. Don't even start. Ow! Old Path is here. Shalom, shalom, brother. Shalom. But yeah, that cuts all that heads up for that sale, you guys. Hey, if you got some Christmas money that people give you for gifts for yourself, cash in now and then just put it under the tree, because those kind of sales don't happen often. Our affiliate link is just a 5% off when you in your checkout. This is 30% off stuff, so that's major, man. Always use the link, says Tim. That's right. That is right. Sweetness, says one of mine. I know I do, says Black Widow. Thank you, brother. And cool story, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you for pointing that out. So, what are we doing, guys? Well, I got some stuff to talk about first. Now, old Wowie got a package not too long ago. A package from France. Yes, France. And it was pretty crazy. You guys are going to see in the Tribe Mail episode coming. It'll be out by the weekend, I promise. A little French lady dropped it off. I was like, what? And I don't even know what she said. I was like, thank you. And she was like, she said something. She said, you're welcome. And then she said, bonjour. She was gone. And I was just like, what? And I had a package from France. And I'm like, geez, what could this be? So I can't tell you exactly the main thing that's in there, or else I'd blow up the whole surprise, right? Wowie! And I don't want to do that. But I do have something to show you, and she gave me permission. So let me do this. I'm going to have to get you guys some... I'm going to have to put on the crazy lights for this, you guys. Can any of you guess who this is? I'm going to let some of the watchers, the viewers that are in the comments there, look at the little tail. Look at the little bum. Can any of you guys figure out who that is? This, you guys, is Algie. And you know who he is? He's the algorithm hamster. He's holding the like, you guys. She made me the algorithm hamster. And she named him Algie. Isn't that frickin' phenomenal? Holy jeez, you guys. I was so happy. And you won't believe what else she sent. But I was just like, are you sure? Like, I want to put this in on a freaking pedestal. This is so cool. And it's like solid. She is wicked, man. And I said, no, it can't be out here. And she said, that's what I made it for. He's your little mascot. He has to be out there. So I don't know. You know what I'm gonna look into? I'm gonna look. Isn't that so cool, you guys? That's the algorithm hamster that I'm always talking about. It ain't a made-up character. He's right there. You give me a like, he gets a little pellet. You give me a subscribe, Algie gets a yogurt drop. Oh, jeez, man, that makes me so happy. So you know what I'm gonna look into? One of those little domes, a little glass dome, and then he can live out here and not get covered in sawdust. But I said to her, no, man, he's gonna get wrecked. And she said, no, that's what he. And I love you, Claire. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you. I love it. And just wait till you see what the main thing she sent me. That was just a little throw in that. Oh my goodness. Down with the yogurt too. Yes. If you subscribe, you get Algie gets a yogurt drop. And we've had me and Scooby Dooby, my wife, we've had 2 since we've been together, 2 Havies, and we just love them. And that's how I came up with this whole algorithm hamster thing, is that I love hamsters, and I don't understand the algorithm very much, and I just thought, hey, let's make it into a fun little creature, and then it's kind of a cute thing, and I'm not going to be mad at the algorithm anymore. Oh my goodness. So hit that like, guys, if you like Algie. It don't matter about Wowie, it's Algie now. Oh my goodness. And yes, I was filming because she wanted a full reaction video. So I set it up so you can see my face, because usually I just put them on the overhead, right? And of course, she set me up. She set me up because she knew I was going to cry. And so she was like, no, I want to see your true reaction. I put a lot of time into this thing. And you'll hear the whole story, but it was a piece that I intended on buying from her. And then she in turn said, no, you'll hear about it. But yeah, well, he was in tears again. Hello, Jane. How you doing, sister? Did you see Algie? Did you see him, Jane? I can't wait. And Claire will always watch. She probably won't be able to chime in today because it's like 11 o'clock there. But I know she watches after. I just want her to know how truly, truly grateful I am for such kindness. There he is. That's Algie. That's the algorithm hamster. Oh, man. Tribe strong, you guys. Tribe worldwide. Tribe strong. Straight to my heart. My goodness. Everybody's saying hello. We got hearts and happies and different party things going on in the chat show. I don't know what all that is. I got an email that says, congratulations, your channel is on the rise. You are now eligible to sign up for the YouTube Partner Program. I don't know exactly what it is. Like, I know I'm not to the point of 1,000 subs yet, and I'm damn sure I didn't make 4,000 watch hours. So maybe it's just the half tier. Maybe that's when you can start having members. I don't know yet. And I haven't even gotten accepted. But I got the email. So that's kind of cool. Trees of These is here. Hello. I can now do members. Yes, says Black Widow. Wicked. Well, that's cool. I don't expect all my tribe to be, you know, it's just, if anybody does sign up, you'll get my fullest to the members videos and stuff, but I don't expect that, you guys. I just love that you guys come here and support, and you watch our videos and share if you really feel strongly about our message here from our channel. But yes, the support I get already from the tribe, I'm beside myself. I'm very, very humbled. I think about it all the time. You know, my house is surrounded in the love, in the hall of creation, and in the studio upstairs. You just walk and look, and like when I show my friends that come over, it's just like, look at this, this is from all these friends that we've made. Isn't this fucking cool? Sorry, Allie. Sorry, Anwin, if you're watching. I'll stop doing that. I will stop swearing. Yow! Yes, I'm trying, Tim, because it's like, yeah, you guys are my family. I ramble about it all the time, but you know, I don't got kids. You know, me and my brothers, our world, and our little world, and with my wife and the art that she does, we have this little world of ours that we, you know, our safe place, our purpose, our therapy, and the artwork, and you know, sharing it with you guys and getting your support just really, really means a lot. And I just like to thank all of y'all watching, and new members and old. Adwin's at school. Okay, all right. Well, I'll get the fucking deer. Get that out of me. And we do feel it, bro, says Tim. Thank you. These hearts for you guys. Yeah, now I can say my fucking ear. Fucking near. It's not a swear word. It's actually like an adjective. You could be fucking near dead. It could be a noun. It could be a name. It's a multi-purpose word, fucking near, from old northern Alberta. Fucking near died. Bear Boss Lady is here. Hello, Bear. Tarek is here. Hello, Tarek. Thanks for coming by, guys. Even just coming in and saying hello. Hey, Chi Chong. Ciao. Thank you guys for coming. Heck yeah, wowie. Bear, I tuned in just for a little tiny bit there when you're doing your eagle on your other live. Number one, bro, you're doing so good. Congratulations on your views and your reach. You've really, really earned it, and I'm very, very proud of you, man. Maybe Wowie can follow in the same footsteps someday. But yeah, I really appreciate it. You're doing awesomely. How you doing, Tarek? And then today, I haven't checked it yet. Aiden just sent me a picture. I got a couple ones because I shared the new update to Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers, because the admins gave me the okay to do that. It's not self-promoting, Jordy, but that's just the inside joke we got going on. But all today, bing, 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 in my Gmail, I've been getting entries. I got one entry. I got to email the guy back and say, I don't know if you know what the watchers are, sir, because he's sending me pictures of carvings of animals. But well, hey, a watcher is yours and yours alone. So I'll talk to him and see. But yeah, it's firing up, man. People are coming. Dad. Oh, it was a crow. Okay, sorry, I was just tuning in there quick. I saw the talons and stuff. That it looks freaking wicked, Bear. Really, really good. Impressed. Well, he's impressed. So, what are we doing today, guys? It's a bird right now. Hey, well, you're freaking on fire, brother. And it's a great looking bird at that. Wicked bird. So, you guys, what are we going to do today? My brother keeps saying, hey, man, cool story. That means to shut the F up, in other words, in 2B1V language. Well, last week, you guys know about, don't have a name for him yet, but this here is how far we got on our old, happy old flower pot. Now, I am pretty darn close to here's the original Here's the original. Bah! This is the original reference I created on Midjourney on my paid account, so I'm not breaking any rules or whatever. Well, I don't care. But I pay them, so I'll show my freaking shit if I want to. I went in and just gave it prompts until it was happy. I explained what I wanted the face to be like and the style and yada yada. And that worked. It made a cool face for me. So it's getting close to being there. But in my own Wowwy'z style, right? I don't do noses very often with, I don't know, my noses are always more totem-like with more of that kind of inspiration. I don't really like doing nostrils. I don't know why. It's just, I've done a couple on them and they looked fine, but it's just not my style. It's just not my style. So I got to make the lip indent. I want to deepen a couple of these things in here so that it's more of a in there smile. Just deepen the wrinkles, basically, if you just go deeper in there and create more shadow. It's the shadow play, a carver's special power, right, guys? Thank you very much, Tim. Hey, Professor Rusty is here. Hello, Rusty. How's it going, my brother? Our new friend to the channel. So yeah, I want to do the eye. You know I always do 3 of the. It's what is it called? I don't know. It's got I just call them happy lines, but I want to do 3 happy lines on the corners of each mouth. There was a spot here where it kind of went off on me. I was using those frickin' those spiky, fluty things from China. This thing, right? And that really went on spot. I'm not used to that Burr. So there were spots there where it took too much. Too much. You took too much, right? So there's a spot there on the mouth where I think I know how to get my line back. And I'll explain it while I'm doing it. And I'm going to just do that with my Kutzall fine taper burr. And we're going to fix that little spot where it ran off. It's actually on this side, but everything's flipped. Everything's backwards for me. I'm using the front of the camera, if you don't know. So we're going to finish up on that, and then that'll be pretty much it. You know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy where it is, and I know we got to move along and not do like 7 episodes on the same carve. Professor Crow's Feet, that's right. There, thank you, Rusty. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did a recent interview with with Dalen's Handmade Woodworking. I think that's the proper way his channel is. And Professor Rusty. And we had an interview on Dalen's channel, and they do a combined stream. And we did that last Thursday, and that was freaking awesome, man. That was really, really fun. I wish we had some. It was YouTube's problem, YouTube's fault. It wasn't the streaming service that Dalen was using, but it was choppy, and I don't know why, because everything was clear on our end, and there was nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi or anything. Everything was crystal clear on our end, but it was choppy coming out into the YouTube world. So we apologize about that. But if you can make it through the clicky, it kind of sounds like I'm stuttering. If you can make it through that, we really, really delve deep into the whole Two Brothers One Vision story, what happened with Darren and I, and how we started creating together out here on the island. We talk about our mission with our art and with this channel. Show and tell a few things. I talk about the Kindred Spirits logo that I designed with help of Kale, my amazing cousin, and it was just a really, really good time. It was awesome. An hour and a half went by in a freaking snap. And thank you again, Professor Rusty. That was awesome. Thank you, Suzanne. I saw that you were in there. Hello, Eep. How you doing, Eep? Eep Jen, you're back. Thank you, sister. Thanks for coming back. Joe! The sisters are in the house. Tribe strong. Yeah, it was a fun, and I hope you guys can have me back, because I got, if you haven't noticed yet, old Wowwy'z got a lot to say, and a little bit of time to do it, right? So, I had a lot more. Hey, the electric whittler is here. Hello, Josh. Here's some hearts for old EW. Yo! Sure was fun. Absolutely will. Awesome. I look forward to that, sir. That's awesome. They're gonna have me back, and maybe it won't be sketchy, and you guys can hear me properly. I couldn't even. I couldn't watch it because I was like, oh no, I sound terrible. Hello, Muddy Mud Dog is here. Thank you. Hope all is well. Back to you, sir. Boom. Thanks for coming by. This is awesome. Got a great turnout today, guys. You know, the whole, I'm giving these hearts to the tribe because it's been really, really great how things have been going with the live feeds that people have been doing. And even smaller channels, bigger channels, it doesn't matter. We're all there and supporting each other. I'm there as much as I can. Believe me, guys. You know, I told you about shutting the internet off at nighttime so I can spend more time with the wife and just give her more of my attention. But I do my best to be there because I know what it's like when you're here for me. And we're all in this together, you know. But I just want to say how proud I am. Perry, you're doing amazingly. I love your show. And thank you for helping me with the OBS and getting me started. And Perry and I were talking last night. He's super, super swamped with work. But if he has some time this weekend, I'm going to do a test run from my OBS. See if I've got it set up right. Because I think I got like 5 audio things going on at once. I don't know there's so much things that I have to tune in before I can go real live. But I'm just going to do an unlisted live. And then give him the link, the URL link. And then that makes it able for him to be in on the unlisted. And then he's going to check it out. And then, you know, we'll do a FaceTime with the phone while I'm doing this on the computer so that I can ask him questions and also talk back and forth through the live chat. And that's the plan, Perry. So we'll see what happens. Aiden is here. Messed up the spelling on the photo. Oh, did you? You messed up the spelling on your own name, Aiden. I'm just kidding, brother. No problem. I'll put the proper one into the album. The ever-growing album. Everybody's saying hello. Yep, Electric Whittler, when he's doing lives, they've been going on Dalen's channel a lot, and I've been trying to get over there because they're all carving together and bullshitting and stuff and laughing, farting. It's all there, keeping it real, right? And it's really, really cool. Thank you. Love the jumpsuit. This is my special carving coat. And then I got overalls underneath. I'm fucking Superman. Super wow. But yeah, cold. I got like, see, I have because of the meds I take, I have a problem with heat, and so like extremes. So after I get out of my shower and I take a really, really hot shower to get my because I've had the chill, I've had a cold the past little bit. So after I get out of my shower, putting on long johns and shit, I'm out here and it's cold and I'm sweating. I'm just wearing that muscle shirt. And then next thing I know, I'm like, oh my God, my nose is running really, really bad. What am I doing? Well, you're getting sick is what you're doing. Put on your freaking coat. Uh-oh. Burn those coveralls from the 80s. Jordy Johnson is in the house. You doggy. Here's the party symbol. You doggy. You don't bug me about my overalls. Frickin' Jordy. Thanks for coming, brother. Go! Here, George, here's the thing. Been working on. Looking pretty happy, eh? Happy old chappy, as Matt Carter says. And then we got something here that we got to talk about yet. Yeah. It's getting going. Getting going. Hello, Rusty, you as well. Everybody's saying hello. Thanks, Jordy. Yeah, I'm going for a real, just happy, eyes closed, happy guy. I only got just a couple of the, face features left today, and then some sounding, and then we're going to work on a watcher, because we've got to talk watchers, and we got to keep the watchers in the convo. So I might as well just show you, because I've been out here for way too long, pre-live show with the crew. And I've had this block of, I don't know what it is, but it is harder than F. Is that, to all my woodies, is that oak? Let's see on the, is that frickin', am I carving into the cross grain of oak? No, I'm carving into the face grain, you see? So that's the face grain. Carbide Fusion says, yes, it is oak. Well, I'm biting off something I probably will regret. But this has been in here, and I've always looked at it, and I was like, yeah, it wants to be a watcher, right? And I want to show the people, the beginners, that it's really, really easy. It's an easy form to do, right? So we're going to start cutting into that today. I was out there, I put my special belt sander out on the Jawhorse, and I took off all, because it had really, really sharp corners, and I was looking at it, and I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to frickin' hurt my frickin' self with the Fordham and the big bits, taking off all these sharp edges with this frickin' thing, because it's so hard. But, hey, that's what we do here. We put myself into crazy situations and let people watch me on live television, where I can regret. And, no, I'm just kidding. I got no regrets. It's all in the name of art, and the watchers mean a lot to me. They're very, very special to me. And I know I say everything is special to me, Jordy, but these really, really are. You know, I started making watchers right when I first started powder carving, mainly because they are an easy carve. They're an easy form. And when I first started making my watchers, I made them for people close to us. I had a family member die. Well, I call him family. My Auntie Kim's husband, Mike. And when he passed away, I made her a watcher to sit next to his picture. And when I did that, I realized that these things can be very, very meaningful creation to people for their own reasons. But they're little angel. They're a wood spirit, but they're a different form of wood spirit. They're a sentinel, a guardian, right? They stand by and watch you and protect you. And so when I first made one for my Auntie Kim and then a couple other people in my close circle, that's when the whole concept for the watchers began. And I started, you know, kind of creating a backstory in my mind with all of the different influences and the different interests I have, and Two Brothers One Vision, and our outlook on the universe, and just everything, you know. So there's a lot put into a very, very simple carve, right? I'll be back at 10 tomorrow to work on mine, says Jordy. That's awesome. That is awesome, Jordy. I can't wait, man. Yeah, it's getting colder, man. I was even actually seeing if I had some breath out. Hello! Dalen's here, you guys. We were just talking about the interview, sir. That was freaking fun, man. Hope you guys have me back, because I got more. I got more. So yeah, how did 33 minutes, Darren? 33 minutes, and I haven't carved a freaking thing. Katie will love that. How you doing, Dalen? That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Jordy says, oh boy, he knows. Oh, wow, he's getting wound up now. But everybody will just talk there and I'll get moving. I'll get moving along, especially for the new viewers. You know, you gotta work your way into old Wowie. You're just gonna be like, who's this frick? Who's this for frick's sakes? Wowie. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the workshop, spelt with an E. So yes, what I was doing there, it's something I do because I got OCD. I over process things. I over obsess about things. So what I was doing there in the pre-show is I just cut pieces out. You know, I fold my page. You know, make it like when we used to make shit in school. You'd fold it and then draw it and then cut it out. What did we make? Snowflakes and stuff. So it's just like that, but a very basic one. You just fold it in half. And I lay it on there, and I find middle, and then I draw the one side that I'd like how it to look, and then afterwards you just cut it out, and you got a very the cutout is symmetrical. This is all right, making me look bad, but this here, see, I do that, and then that way I lay it down on the wood, and then I don't have to, because like, I'll draw something, and then like if I just do it freehand, it's all said and good, but it'll put my brain take it for a number, man. It'll do work on me. And so I just do these little things. So it just helps my brain say, no, you don't have to bring out the laser level, because I use the laser level a lot to line things up. My Black & Decker up there, little darling. But yeah, I didn't, this is one of those things where everything's super straight, up and down, and everything has to be lined up right. So I cut that out, draw that first part of the washer on, and then I flipped it over, and then put it on the bottom, and drew the bottom part of the cloak, right? And then I'm good to go, and I don't have to overthink it. And we're just gonna go fly into that fricker with the Kutzalls. But first, the washer must go down there. Listen to that, eh? That's freaking rock hard oak. I'm gonna ruin all my bits. Well, it's almost Christmas, and there's gonna be a big, huge sale, guys. Like I told ya, coming up. But I'm sorry, I don't know the exact same date. It's in my email. Jordy might know it. With the old, Just Carve Rob is here. Oh, doggy. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Oh, I'm just kidding, Rob. I love it when you come here, buddy. Yeah, it is Muddy Mud Dog. It's solid, man. I think that was some type of banister or something when we got a free wood pile. Darren got it, actually. I'm damn tootin' sure. And, yeah, it's just been in here, knocking over and stuff, and it's always had that back shape, that slanted shape to it. And I'm like, today I was like, nope, you're going to become a watcher. LaRue is in the house. Where are my manners? LaRue is in the house. LaRue makes all the music for our channel. I'm going to put him over here so he doesn't get hurt. Thank you, LaRue, for standing by for so long. Poor little bugger. And yes, if you hear me snorting and snotting, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But shout out to Shop Rags. These blue Shop Rags. Mr. Andy, my father-in-law. Hey, Mr. Andy, I love you, sir. He brought that up, that these are the best snot rags there are, and you don't blow through them like regular paper towel, he said. And then I was like, yeah, dude. Get them from the shop at Canadian Tire. They're just called Shop. I think they're just called Shop Rags. But come on a roll. Awesome. So, excuse my nose blowing. Just Carved Rob. Everybody's saying hello. I got the big dogs in here today. Oh, man. I appreciate you, folks. I appreciate you. Ipe wood. Do you know how to make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. Oh, my goodness. Dad jokes. I love them. Thank you, Josh. That was a good one. A little boogie. Hey. Well, he loves a little boogie too, but if I do that, Jordy's going to be gone. Okay. So, our little flower pot. I don't have a name for this one yet, but it's a boy. I'll say that much. The last one was Flora, and Claire named her, but this one doesn't have a name yet. But as he becomes, we will figure that out. Now, what I'm going to do, I know what the best light is for you folks. I am going to just move that little watch aside. Whoa, don't you do that. I do not need an avalanche. I'm going to move you over here, okay? Well, first I got to, yeah. Ooh. I got to do that. You see, after a while, we get it all figured out with the OBS. Well, I don't know if I can do it in vertical, but that's even way more harder to learn how, but I'm just going to be able to click a little number on the laptop and the camera angles are just going to change automatically. But I'm pretty sure we're going to, in the beginning, it's going to be only landscape, but that's okay. It's a better view for you guys. It's just less views for me, but that's okay. But I do like going in vertical because I get more subs that way, and we're getting there. We're at 730 something, 734. So please, folks, hit that sub button. Wowie will always give you his best. Alrighty. Oh man, just let me have a little. I gotta see if my back will crack. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Do never wreck your back, watchers. Or viewers, I should say. Don't ever, ever wreck your back. Okay. So, to start, is that zoomed in enough, you guys? Because you know that I'll do it and then I'll put you and I'll give you the close-up, right? Carve, 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 close-up. So, if that's okay with you guys, we're going to get going. So, first thing I would like to do is I am going to put on Kutzall fine taper. This doesn't come in the fine detail kit. I just put it in there because it's safe. And I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to see if I can get that little spot that went crazy with the Chinese fluted sharp burr. Because that just got out of hand right quick. It's actually like the second time I've used those things. They do cut good, man. I see why you use them so much, Jordy. But it's yeah, it got away on me and just went ring and took all my line away there. But that's okay. I'm gonna fix it. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to draw my little, you see it was just a line right up to the top of the mouth there. It's just right here is what I'm talking about. I just drew the line back on. Okay, but yeah, I just made this kind of all flat and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be like this. You see how nice and then this one is like, so I'm going to try and get that back with just a little bit of the work with this. And what I was thinking is that I'm just going to go like this, zing, 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 and get that on a bit of a deeper angle that gives me that line back. I don't even know if it's going to work. Okay, also while we're drawing and talking here, I'm going to give him the crow's feet. Let's see, one there. I don't know if that's a bit. Maybe it's just 2 crow's feet on this guy. Usually I do everything in 3s. Again, it's the mind of the artist. I don't like even numbers for some reason when it comes to things that I do in art. But 2 looks cool. So I'll put, you know what? Frick it. We're getting one tiny one up there too. Actually, no. Take that back. No, I don't want to overdo it. It looks like it's too much. Too much. Don't do too much. And when I cut that part in, I'm just going to cut it in with a little tiny carbide burr. One of these little, I just love to use these little tiny, and they're in my Amazon links down below. I hope they are. I've linked them. If they're not, if the link don't work, that's Amazon did it. And I'll have a word with them. I'm just kidding. But I like to use these carbide burrs, with a little tiny ball on it to like cut my line in to be very, very precise. And it's just the way I like to do it. Lots of other people do it their own ways. Some people say this is an added step that's unneeded. You could just go in with, say, one of these and just lay this on its side and just go brink on its side. But those are people that feel more comfortable, I guess. I know Jordy can carve like that a lot better than I can, but I like to go in and do my lines with my little carbide. Well, why am I taking this off? I'm getting ahead of myself. I was just showing you guys this one. Okay, so let's put this down here. It's standing on deck. Okay, guys? Now, PPE time. Always use your PPE. Be safe. Carbon Fusion spider check. Check. 1, 2, check. Get the frick out. No, we're good. We are good. So we'll start with that. I'm going to fix the mouth. Hey, you know what? While we're still in, before we turn everything on, I'm going to see if I can find the middle there and put the line on for. Now, is that his middle? See, now you're going to see. Now you're going to see how I start obsessing about stuff. See, that's not in the middle. You see? Frick. So, well, maybe I can. And putting it up to this mirrored image too can work in your favor. Now that is better. So, yeah. Before I do that, I am gonna break out the laser and I'll just show you guys. But yeah, we're gonna address that as well, that middle. I don't know what that thing's called. A bleep, a do whip, whip. Somebody once told me that's where God put his finger and said, shut up. It might have been my mom. A Cupid's bow? Is that what that's called? Wow, you guys know all the words, man. That's cool. Cupid's bow. But yeah, my mom said that's. I think it might have been my mom because she's got quite the dark sense of humor. But I love it. But yeah, no, I think I've already. See, now I've already dived down the rabbit hole of is that fucking in the middle or not? But we'll get it figured, guys. Let's put on the PPE, make some noise, and I promise when I get my new setup, we'll have cool music to listen to, and you're not going to hear this screaming dust collector. Okay. Here we go. How's my water bottle? Woo! It's working. See how I got that line back? Okay, now for the crow's feet. Yeah. Big one.
Just going after some of the maker's marks I left myself up in here. I want the grain to pop, but I don't want maker's marks, right? But I'm getting them. Woo! Okay. You see how I do that? I use the laser to find my middle, and then it saves me a whole bunch of mind fuckery trying to figure it out, right? Sorry, I know it's hard to see pencil, but it's on there. Okay. I'll use these smaller Kutzalls. I'll carve it in first with the extreme, and then I'll do it and take away the maker's marks with the fine. And then it should be good. I'll sand it a bit, but it should be just a one and done. Famous last words.
We got foggy windshield, guys. Had to cut her off there because I could barely see. Now, I did tell you guys last time that our new friend of the channel, Joe Keller, I believe the last name is. He told me about the dryer sheets, and it worked really, really good. But it was just I think they work each time. What I mean is, I think you need to give it a re-hit of. And look at that. Well, we just might have one right there standing by. All right. Give it a new hit each time, maybe. Each time you carve. Let's see if that helps. Because you don't want to have a foggy windshield, man, when you're carving your wood. It's not safe, and plus you might F things up. All right. And thanks again, Joe, for that awesome little hint. Just grab Rob said you can also spit in your scuba mask. I don't want to spit in there though. It'll probably smell like weed. Joe, how we doing? We still got some watchers here, some viewers. I expect to die, Mr. Bond. I expect to die. Oh, okay. Yes, the Goldfinger laser trick. That's right. Hey, hello, Creation Dust. How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming, Josh. That is awesome. That's a cool card. Wow, he says, Tim, thank you. Oh, good night, Aiden. Thanks for coming, brother. Sorry I missed that part. I'm going to be part of the sticker club, Jen. We can make you a part of the sticker club. Hello, John. How are ya? Christy Marie says, hello. Hello, Christy Marie. I'm Wowie. Welcome to the show. Please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, Algie, the algorithm hamster, will get a yogurt drop. He gets a pellet if you hit the like. He gets a yogurt drop if you subscribe. And we all want Algie to get nice and fat. Well, he's already chubby. But I don't got that many subs yet, so he's going to get bigger. What is it you do here? We do all sorts of art. A lot of our art is power carving. This here is a real flower pot that a glass beaker slides into, so you can really use it for your flowers or whatever you have in there. And yes, this is turned by a friend. This is spalted maple, and I've been carving a happy chappy into that. It just looked like this when we started, and we do that. We power carve here. You had me at art. I liked and subscribed. Well, thank you, Christy. That's awesome. Christy Marie, welcome to the family. So is that what did you guys say? A dove? What is that thing underneath the nose? That I made the joke about? a Cupid's point or something? I got another and last dough bowl carved today. Awesome, John. Amy Joe is here. Yes, welcome to the tribe. We call it the tribe here. Christy Marie, welcome to the tribe and family. How you doing, Amy Joe? Thanks for coming by, sister. Cupid's bow. That's right, Cupid's bow. I gotta remember that. Because my mom said, and John, the electric whittler likes this one, I'll say it again. My mom said that's where God put his finger and said, shh. Oh, traveling with Jamie. Okay. Here's hearts to you, sister. Tribe strong. Thanks for tuning in. Larry has hamsters in Canada. We have squirrels in the U.S. Yes. Well, we got some squirrels too. Actually, our complex has a few really, really cool gray squirrels that live here that we don't bother with. We just love them. We have rats around here, traps for the rats, but the squirrels seem to leave them alone. Thank God. So we don't want nothing to happen to the squirrels. But yeah, that's a Cupid's bow. And these are crow's feet. And that's a Cupid's bow. So now you know. That's how you make a happy chappy. Yo! What country are you from? I'm from the United States. I'm up in Canada. Hello, neighbor. My beloved neighbors, most of the tribe are from the U.S., Christy. The philtrum. Holy, from Trees of These pulls out the big words. The philtrum. Awesome, I didn't know that. Here's some hearts for that, man. I love learning new stuff. And you'd think I'd know, being some, I'm into art and stuff, and I'd like to draw faces and stuff, but I just never know. I just go, do it. What are you carving on there? Do it? Oh, okay. I think I'll move along now. I'm just kidding. No, we try and be happy here, like this chappy. Now, there's a couple other things here that I can see. Like, this side is nice and smooth right here, but on this side here, I got a little bit of a gouge there that I got from that little round Kutzall that I was using. So I got to sand that out so that these two match perfectly. And that's just stuff, like I see it from angles, I see it from different shadows, but I gotta fix it. It's just how I am. Or it'll, like Jordy says, you'll lay at night thinking about that freaking one little spot on that face that you know. And believe me, man, and you creators understand, something like that, especially if you put a lot of time into your project, that can do a real number on your mind. Yep. It does to me anyways. The philtrum. Cupid's bow. That's neat. And I promise I won't do this for too long. I'll probably just take that little groove off camera, because that's all it basically is me humping on it and sanding and grunting, and it isn't the funnest to watch, right? Okay, but all in all, I'm pretty much done on where I wanted to get that face. I know the nose is a bit flat. What I can also do, and I can shape it more, right? You can shape it more this way, so that if you just keep rounding it, like, let's take a look from the bottom, shall we, class? If you just keep rounding, you'll eventually meet. And when you do meet with your angle, then it's going to be a rounded top. You feel me? So all it takes is just me shaping that and sanding that more and more until these angles meet. And I will do that on this. I don't want it to be a flat. I don't want it to be a super, super flat nose. So I'll be doing that too, but I'll probably do that again. And just because I'll probably put at least a good hour of sanding and just doing like fine tuning on this. But I'm happy. I'm happy like this guy is on how it's looking. I hope you guys are too. Thank you, Tim. Oh, you gotta go, Suzanne? Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate that, and you being here for the pregame show, Suzanne. Thank you. Thank you. Give your husband my best. And also, I wanted to say to Amy Jo too, to fist bumps to Jamie. And awesome work on that fire, you guys. Jamie, you're one hell of a man. You are good people, and these hearts are for you guys. That was some crazy footage, man. That fire stuff. Okay, guys, part 2 of the show. How long was that? Okay, we're at 3:09. Okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I get a rambling and I get a jambling, but we're doing okay. Now, for the next part of the show, we are going to be working on this watcher, you guys. Now, a watcher, again, is a Sentinel. I know it just looks like a post, but this is the canvas, right? This is the canvas. Now, we're going to make that into a Sentinel bean. And I think this is big enough that I'll be able to wire this bad boy and make it a lamp. Why not? Well, he makes everything into a lamp, right? What part of Canada are you from? I'm in the Great Lakes region of the United States, near Lake Erie. Oh, cool. Lake Erie is just the name suits it well. There are many, many mysteries about those lakes that I just love. I'm into UFOs and stuff. And I know you guys got some crazy stuff that go in and out of that water. I'm from Vancouver Island. So I live just off the main coast. Vancouver, Canada is like, well, it's on the far west coast of BC, and then there's a little island, and it's called Vancouver Island, and that's where Victoria is, and that's the capital of BC. And it's beautiful out here. Hearts for you guys. Lake Erie, that's cool, man. That's cool. Welcome to the tribe, sister. I wonder if you got any stories about stuff going in and out of that water. Okay, well, how should we go about this? Now, the way I like to make my watchers is I like to kind of like leave a little foot, and then I go in deeper from there, so that by the time you carve out this cavity in here, it has a little foot there. And it's just the way I like to do it. Okay? Christian Mercy, I'm 45-minute drive to Lake Erie North. Oh, John, you got a new neighbor. See, lots of people in this tribe, sister, are all, they're all mainly, the majority of the tribe are American. And I love you guys. You guys are our neighbors, and I don't let nothing in the politics get in the way of that, man. You guys are our strong and free and proud neighbors. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to go in. I'm going to like try and use these lines to like just use them to add to the robe, right? I don't know exactly what I'll do though. I'll just probably sand that crap out of there. But in the front here, I'm gonna make a nice cavity in there, so we get a nice shadow play. And like I said, I'm gonna leave the foot. Sorry, I got to leave the foot here, and then in here, I'm gonna carve in and start carving this away. And then once I get in there a little ways, I'm gonna redraw the face part, and then we'll start bringing that out. But it's just a matter of getting in there. When I say the face part, I just mean let's say about here, so like that and like that. So after I get in there a little bit, I'll start bringing this out, and we'll make a face. And it's going to be a genderless, I guess is what you would say. This is going to be a sky being, right? This robed person in this cloak, and it's going to be holding light, and that's what I'm going to do down here, and that's what I'm going to start down here. I'm going to start on the bottom, because you got to get this part right. Now this I might bring down lower, because when you carve in the spot for the light bulb, you need to have a good amount of area in there, because what you do is you carve in there, and then when I get in there far enough, I get right here with like, I got a 3/8 bit that's like 2 feet long, and I get that in on the drill. I get it on the right angle, and then I drill through it so it comes out the back, so I can run a wire through it so that we can turn it into a lamp. Okay? And I don't know exactly that I'm gonna do it the lamp yet, because it may not be tall enough, but I use the chandelier E12 socket. And it's the socket that are in chandeliers, so it's smaller than do I have one on hand here? I usually do. It's smaller than your regular E26 house light, right? The chandelier sockets are like that big, right? They're smaller, and that's an E12, and that's what I do with my lamps, mainly are E12s. But you wire it just like a regular house lamp. And I just like using light. I like to have light as a medium. Our whole channel is about, sharing the light and being a lighthouse and all of these things that we feel really powerful about. And so I want our art to reflect that. So I love making things into lights. I don't know. It's just the way I am. Okay, so we're gonna start doing that. I'm gonna use the Kutzalls. Now I have a few in here that are on their last legs, but you know what? I got a new one. Whoa, no. Ouch. Here. This one here, guys. Brand new. This black Kutzall Extreme. It's one heck of a frickin' burr, man. And that thing will take away this. And I know it's new, and I'm going to ruin it on this oak, but... Hey, so how you doing, sister? Bonsoir! Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Et toi? Good, good. Good to hear, sister. So yeah, I'm going to slap on the old Kutzall there. Oh yeah, and this, here's our happy chappy. So, pretty happy with them. And I'm going to switch over now and start working on this new washer here. Holy smokes. Now I'm starting to sweat. You see, I went from being cold, but it's warm in here because of just it's not a big workshop. Regardless of how it looks on camera, this is a tiny little shed I'm standing in, so yeah. I got the long johns on, so that's probably why. Feeling a little warm. I'll take a drink of water here before I start making sawdust. Promise the wife I won't pass out on live television. Here's one for you, Amy Joe. Sasquatch. Sam Squatch. Oh yeah. I gotta go have a nice night day, y'all, and remember to take care of yourselves and stay hydrated. Thank you, Christy. And again, welcome to the tribe, sister. I hope we see you a lot more. We love new friends and family. These hearts are for you. Sophie says, wow, thank you. Thanks, so. I'm pretty happy. I had a vision. You know, I had reference this time. I went after it, and I think I got it. So if you guys like that happy chappy, please hit that like button, you guys, or double tap the screen if you're watching. So, did you see? Look what Claire made for the channel. This is Algae, the algorithm hamster. And look at his little, and that's all felt too. Look at his little feet. Isn't that wicked? His little tail? That's a real hammy. That's Algae. That's the algorithm hamster. So if you hit like, he gets a pellet. And if you subscribe, he gets a yogurt drop. Okay. Got that from Claire, so just wait till you see the new Tribe Mail video that's coming out. She sent some amazing things. Well, you gotta go, Rob. Have a great night, man. Thank you. Good night, Christy. Good night, Rob. Thank you very much for coming, brother. Really appreciate it when you do. Have a great dinner. Say hi to the wife. Look out for your back. Look out and watch after your back, sir. Okay, guys. We'll start cutting this in. See what the frick happens with this new Kutzall burr. And we'll make some more noise. Thank you for watching. Truly appreciate y'all being here. Whoa, that's not safe. I cannot have that guy fall. Oh my goodness. That water bottle just does not want to stay upright. Okay. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to go in there after it, see how it takes away the material, and then this is just going to do it on the fly. Carbon Fusion Spider check. Excuse me for burping on live television. Here we go. Oh. Okay.
stopping. So just getting her cut in there. It's strong, man. It's oak for sure. It's gonna ruin this Dremel 3000. Well, that's what we're here for.
Switch this little valve. See what happens. There we go.
there. She got off. She took off on me there. You got to be fucking careful because those things aren't screwing around. They'll run up your arm like that too.
Brushy. Check with the shadows. Yeah, I gotta fix that right now. How you doing, my friend? 3, 3, 4. Okay. Take a wee break
Because the hand goggles are fogging up again, boys, because I'm sweating. Sometimes being 6'2" and 275 ain't all that fun when you're the big guy. Ow! My good Larry, what type of wood is it? Please, cedar. No, it's oak. It is oak. Sorry, so I couldn't read while I was going there. It is hard as rock. So I'm going to be needing some new burrs by the time this bad boy's done. But there we got started. I guess you can't really see with the... So you see, you guys, I cut that in the beginning. I chase it in. And then once you get it punched in and you keep going in deeper and deeper and deeper, you can start forming your face. That rounded, otherworldly face, right? That's going to catch the light for whatever we put in here. And if it doesn't end up being a lamp, that's okay. We'll have a really, really awesome, we got all sorts of crystals and amethyst and all sorts of rocks upstairs in the electroforming lab. So we'll find something perfect if it doesn't end up being a lamp. But we're going to make, out of this solid oak post, we are going to make a watcher. And you guys are going to see it happen on live television. Let me just, yes, very hard wood. You know what? I might have to go and can chat. Hello, everyone. Hey, are you home now, Dalen? How you doing, brother? These hearts are for you, tribe. Still hanging in there, hanging strong. You hate this wood. It's full of splinters. Oh, gotcha. So awesome, Dalen. Thank you for tuning in, brother. I'm sorry it's not the most, exciting carve, but I promise you guys, by the time this is done, it's going to be pretty freaking neat for just being a scrap post, right? And the fact, if you know Darren and I, the fact that this was just discarded in some free pile, it makes it all the more of a challenge that we love to take on, is to create something that was just tossed aside at one point. You feel me? Hello there, happy curmudgeon carving. How you doing? How's it going, Matthew? Thanks for coming, man. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And I don't know if you saw Dalen and Matthew, but this is where we got with this guy. Yeah, I'm stoked. I still got to go in here and go in here with a little tiny fine detail pointy and get it a little bit wider in the crow's feet. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how that turned out from last week. And it's a real functioning flower pot. We got glass beakers that go in fit just perfect, so you can like have water with a plant, with a flower, and with water, and it won't ruin the. But yeah, That's where we got him to. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I'm stoked with them. I had reference on this. I stuck to the vision and I made it happen. And that's what it's all about, guys, being creators. Okay, well. Yeah, my glasses got really foggy that time. But I can tell that the old dryer sheets do help. It's only fogging up because I'm sweating. Oh, big guy, little place. Big guy, little shed. Okay. Well, I was going to say, to get some of this stuff in here, guys, this will be a good time for Wowie to pull out the big guns. I was talking about the old Fordham. Me and the Fordham, right? Kicking in a bucking. Well, we're gonna see if that happens today. Thankfully, hopefully not, because I don't like it when it happens. But for wood like this, especially down in here where I got the room to do it, I'm gonna try this out and just see. Okay, let's just switch her on over. So right now I got, see with the Fordham, people think that only Fordhams can only come in like with the big things, but it's not true. With this one here, this is a Fordham H.28. The H.28, this handpiece. So this one here has the 1/8 collet. So with your Fordham, you can have both sizes rocking, right? This is a 44T handpiece, and this is an H.28. So yeah, I got both because I'm a tool addict and I saved up my pennies. So we're going to switch her on over to this one. Now on the Fordham, if you just move your bit a bit, a bit, it should just slide on. There you go. It slides on better if you can just turn it a bit or hit the pedal. Let me see if I'm good. Because you don't want to leave your Fordham on and then step on that pedal by accident. I want to get a variable hand speed. But here we go. Here's this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Phew. That does have a smell, that oak. So that's going to work just fine. So we'll use that to get some of that big bulk, because it's going to take a long time to get this thing, to bring this thing forward. But before I go at her with the 44T and then back at her again with the Dremel, I want to make sure I've answered everybody's questions and everything is good with the chat. Love you, bro. Have a good night. Okay, thank you, so. Thanks for coming by. I know it's later now. Really appreciate you. These hearts are for you. Chow! Tribe strong. Tribe worldwide. Tribe strong. Now, you guys, I was thinking, like I got this stuff on the face here, and I, excuse me. Oh, man. Before the live started, I took my belt sander out back here and set it up. So, I don't know if I'll do it on this live, but I'm going to take it over there, back out there, and get rid of these two lines. I'll sand these lines away, and I'll sand away the spot that the burr took off. And, yeah. Well, what's stopping me from just... If I can do this with this without fucking dropping my phone, let's see what happens. If I just, okay, we're really messing with stuff now. Well, it did try and drop. These magnet tripods aren't fucking that good. Well, this one isn't anyways. All right, so you see right there, I'm going to fall off the old tarp and show you what we got rocking. the belt sander. So I put the belt sander in the Jawhorse. So since she's already set up and stuff, I might as well just stop talking about it. I'll put on my glasses. I won't need the face mask. And yeah, let's just sand that part off that I don't like. Yes! Ah! That's what I like. A little bit more. Yeah. Now that just saved me a whole frickload of frickin' and frackin'. You see, I took away those. There was 2 of these right there, gone. The little spot where I took off, gone. Joe, thank you. Well, I better put this. I don't want it raining on that. I'll clean that all up after. I'll clean that all up after. The wife's gonna love me. All right. Well, that was fun, eh? Look at that. I'll just put that back down there. Oh, goodness. Oh, the fun we have. When you come and to hang out at Wowwy'z house. Whoa. No, that's not. Still gotta bring her down some. These freaking things, man. You gotta be so careful. But I was like, I do Amazon reviews because I want. Well, we have an Amazon. We're affiliates, right? We're Amazon associates. Sorry, just pulling out my step. But so I'm trying to get my Amazon store. That after you're an associate for so long, you can have a store. If you become an influencer, I guess is the frickin' term, right? An influencer store, but I do reviews now because some people are telling me if you do reviews, Amazon likes it, and it'll help you with your fight towards getting your own store, right? So I'll review everything that I buy, and it's just becoming a habit now, and they like it. But when I reviewed this tripod thing, man, I wasn't holding back. I said, fuck this. I gave it like 1 star. And I said, no. I said, I got a 2. How expensive are our phones, right? We buy a phone for whatever, $1,600 by the time your plan covers it, whatever the heck it is. And then you give me a tripod freaking thing that if I just move the tripod, like the stand, just the vibration of just setting it down makes the phone fall off. And it's like, frick that, man. I gave them and you know, Wowie, I got a soft heart. Everybody gets a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5, and I give them the old woo, but not this one. I got mad. Yeah, there's Jen. Everybody, hey, Mark Maker is here. Mark the Maker, how you doing, Mark? Thanks for coming. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name in the pink there. How you doing? That's awesome, Mark D. Maker. Thanks for coming by. Here's hearts to our new friends. And I would love to say hello to you, but I don't know the Asian. I don't know what you said, but I sure appreciate you being here. That's awesome. Yeah, we're making a watcher, Mark. We were working on this one earlier. Sorry, guys, I gotta keep showing it, but A lot of work went into that, and I'm proud. So we just finished with that flower pot. The last 3 lives have been on that one. So now we got to move forward. And Wowie and Carving Fusion, 2 brothers, 1 vision, Wowwy'z Workshop and Carving Fusion are hosting a Watchers Challenge right now. And a Watcher is a sentinel. It's an otherworldly being, a sky brother, if you will. But protectors of man, and they come with gifts. So all Watchers have to have a representation of the light and love that they possess for mankind. So I make them into lamps sometimes. Sometimes you just put in a crystal or whatever you want. Whatever you want to put in there. It could be hands praying, because it could be a prayer that they hold. But that's what a Watcher is. And we're doing a challenge right now. It runs till January 1st. And there's really great prizes, guys. So all you folks, all you carvers out there, it's a very basic form. It's a basic carve. Everybody can do it. And it's a basic design, but it's a very meaningful design, you know. So we care a lot about the light and all of that on this channel. We're all about being a lighthouses at this channel. So that's what the Watchers are about. So yeah, Mark, that's what we're doing here. This is oak. Harder than frick. Harder than frick. But we do not shy away from a challenge. So yeah, I'm just going to, while I'm talking here, I'll try not to breathe in too much of the oak. I'm going to hit it a couple times here with the... Oh yeah. Going through that just great. The old 44T. Whoa, look at the arm. Jesus, wowie. That's what you got a dust collector for, kid. I just got excited there. Get all that, the old sucker wog. Let's have a sucker here. Hit her with the sucker. All right, do a little bit more. Holy smoke, folks. Ooh, golly. Well, I can't say it's the hardest wood I ever carved because I just finished this. Frickin' fracker. That fricker was hard. I thought that was pretty frickin' hard. But no. This one here, this oak, I think it's harder. I think it's harder. But you see, guys, there's that watcher. It's coming to life now. And I just keep on bringing as you carve in deeper and round that face nice and round, by the time you get it punched in, it's super smooth and round. You go in really deep back here in the back corners of the hood, on either side of the face and the neck, and you go deeper into these spots, and that really brings the face forward. And then, like I said, you just keep on taking that material away and get those shadows working for you. You get them shadows plopping for you. And that's the birth of a watcher. And you guys all saw it happen. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Chores won't do themselves. Have a good one, everybody, and I see you on the next one. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for coming, brother, and sticking around the whole time. That wood looks frustrating. It is. It's a hard one, brother. Thanks for coming, Mark. Really appreciate you, bro. Give my best to Anwin. And look at that, guys. It's already at the 2-hour mark. You gotta go, Perry? Thank you, brother. We'll be talking this weekend, hope. I'm just gonna take back the camera. Take this crazy angle off. I tell ya. Oh, buddy. And those are the cozy lights that we like to call it here. I guess, well, hey. Whoa. So, what do you guys think? God bless you, Perry. Good night, Mark. Thank you all for coming. Whew. 2 hours sure goes fast when you're having fun, eh? Are you off, Dalen? Thank you, brother. Do I say that right, or is it Delon? Dalen or Delon? I don't want to say it wrong. Have a great night, brother. Thank you guys for coming. And yeah, I am stoked. I'm really happy where we got the one from last week. That sure is a fun carve. Look at the profile on that one, guys. You. Yeah. And now I can like over obsess and wonder if I got the Cupid's bow in the right spot. I can sleep, lay awake at night and just ponder. Did I get it in the middle? Was the laser lying to me? Chow! That old laser level, man. This thing can really come into handy when you're like lining crap up and you got an OCD mind like myself. Yep, they help. They help because I second guess it. It's one of those things, man. It's, like shadows and stuff can really throw you for a loop. But I'm pretty stoked with where we got those pieces. Thank you. I'm gonna go back and watch what I missed. Cappy Curmudgeon, you're awesome there. Well, thank you. Dolan. Okay. It's not Dalen, it's Delan. Okay, cool. Sorry for saying it wrong, Delan. And I won't ever do it again. Thank you, brother. Great show. Love the vase so much. Character. Let's see that torchlight soon. Oh, there you are. There's Christopher. You've been watching in the backgrounds, brother. How you doing, man? I was thinking about you this morning. I hear that, Larry says, Tip Black Widow. Hi, Happy. Hippie Christopher's Creations. He is one heck of a great supporter and friend to the Two Brothers One Vision channel and page. Depression Talk is here. Hello, brother. Thanks for coming back. You missed the carving portion of the show, but I'm glad you're here. I'll talk for a little bit. We still got 40 people watching. Might as well chat a little bit. Hit that like, y'all. Thank you. Always watching, says Christopher. That's awesome to know, brother. These hearts are for you, man. Yes, if you guys don't mind, hit that like. So, Christopher, did you see what Claire made? Did you catch out? Did you see Algie? Algie, the algorithm hamster. He's never full, always hungry. And if you hit subscribe, he gets a yogurt drop. I'm just joking, guys. Well, that's how the algorithm works in my head. And Claire made that, man, for the channel, and I'm so stoked. Thank you, Claire, my soul sister. Just wait till you guys see the tribe mail. Watch for a tribe mail coming out either tomorrow or Friday, and you'll be able to see what Claire sent. And let me tell you guys, there's a reason why. She said she wanted to see my reaction on camera, and she set me up because she made me cry. And I'm not joking, man. It was like freaking hard to take. But I did it. I promised her I'd do it, and I did it. And I'm going to show it. I'm not afraid to hide my emotions for the tribe because you guys are family to me. And when folks make something and send it, it's just, it's a gift that is unlike any other. No material gift can be bought and that means as much to me as the pieces from the tribe that get sent. My house is an art gallery of all of the tribe's work. It's amazing to see. Every day I look at it in my stairwell. I look at all the pieces that give me so much inspiration. It gives me drive for this channel to keep going. Because it's like people are showing me with a piece of their soul, because that's what art is. And it's like people are showing me with a piece of their soul that they appreciate the channel and the work that goes into this. And like there's no greater compliment is what I'm trying to say. Gotta go. Okay, Tim, thank you. You gotta go. Hey, wanted to stop by and say hello. Hey, there's Lawrence. Hello, Larry. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, we got all sorts of shit done today. You. Oh, happy chappy, as Matt Carves likes to say. And we got started on a watcher there. We got started on a new oak watcher. So we're gonna see next week if we can't get this. I'll work on it on the off time, so it's not too. Whoa, what am I doing? So it's not too boring for folks. It's not the most. I understand that it's not the most interesting carve. It's a freaking oak post. But let me tell you, what we're making out of it is very, very meaningful and very, very powerful. And that's what the watchers are. So to all of you guys, if you go to my channel and watch the shows, the videos about the Watcher Challenge, that's what this is. Anybody can enter. You send your finished piece, you send a pic to Wowwy'z Werkshop at gmail.com. Find that link in the bio of our channel. Please subscribe. We want you to be a part of this tribe and family, and we'll treat you right. You will. If you come to this channel in this YouTube world, we will always treat you right and give it to you straight from the heart, straight from the soul. Whoa, get that frickin' light off. I like the cozy lights. We're all about the cozy lights here. Thank you, Black Widow. Mod Squad. Strong and proud. Tribe worldwide. Tribe strong, guys. 39 likes. That's pretty good for a Wowie. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. And yeah, if you guys saw that, I got quite the setup back there with the old belt sander and the Jawhorse, and it's all blown oak dust all over the hot tub and all over the freaking patio doors. So I got to go and clean that now, or else you know who ain't going to be very happy with me. Big Dog Woodworking is here. Hello, sir. How you doing? You came right at the end, but I'll show you. I'll show you what we're doing. This one. Just finished this one, Big Dog. What you think? Pete made this so that we have glass beakers that slide into it, so you can actually put a flower with water in that. And I'm really, really proud of that. That's Pete Blair made that. A very, 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 very talented friend and turner and creator all around. And he lives in Canada too. He lives on the mainland. And I'm on Vancouver Island. So Pete and I collaborate on things, and I have 3 more vessels that Pete turned yet that we're going to carve on this show. So we're just getting started, you guys. It's we got a lot coming down the tube. Thank you, big dog. Really appreciate that. I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, I start at 2 on Wednesdays, 2 Pacific, so that it's 5 o'clock for the friends down south. And I know it's right after work and right at supper, but I have a lot of tribe that are from the UK, from France, and it's late for them, but they still can tune in, and it's around 10 o'clock for them. So that's why I picked this time slot. I know it's kind of hard, but it's even if you watch later, it still helps. It's still engagement. It helps the channel. It helps the numbers. So even if you can't catch me live, please do watch it. Watch and go past and watch the other lives. Come to, you deserve to be entertained. Go watch the other lives if you haven't. Watch our videos. I got over 300 videos, for frick's sakes. I guess that includes shorts, but thank you, big dog, and thank you to all the tribe. Have a nice, wife just got home, got to run. I understand, Grumpy. Yeah, I better stop my yapping and get going here too and clean this place up. She'll be home in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So with that, folks, I'm going to go inside, rest the back, roll a fatty. I hope you had fun tonight, and I hope you come back again. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there till the end. As always, you guys are huge. You guys are huge. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Really appreciate you being here, man. That's Grumpy. That's our number 1. He's always here first, folks. Good old Grumps. Thank you, Depression Talk. Thanks for coming, man. Thank you to everybody. Everybody, all the tribe. I really appreciate you, folks. You guys are family to me. Good night, John. Thanks for coming, sir. And with that, folks, that's been WIP Wednesdays. Wowwy'z Workshop. Much love, everybody. There is no YouTube without you. See you next week. Wowie out.